My name is Giancarlo Faustini. I was born in Chieti, a provincial city in the Abruzzo region. Chieti is a city rich in culture and history. Its ancient name, Teate, dates back to pre-Roman times. The city is a reflection of its past splendour, perched up on top of a hill, with its narrow streets, stone buildings, the majestic sight of the Apennine Mountains, and beautiful architecture. I carry these images in my mind forever. The earliest recollection of my childhood is that of my mother carrying me on her shoulders through the snow to kindergarten. I began school where I met the most important person in my childhood, Il Maestro Armani. Growing up without a father in those early years was not easy. Il Maestro Armani was the role model who helped more than most in shaping my character, beliefs, and self-esteem. After 2 years of high school, to help ends meet, I decided to go to work. I began my working life as a house painter. Work meant a lot to me, even at the age of 13, to be able to help relieve the heavy burden my mother carried. In early '64, my maternal grandmother died. This sad event brought back to Italy my auntie Lucia, who had migrated to Australia in 1955. This was the beginning of my longing to migrate to Australia. In early December '64, my mother and I boarded a ship in Naples. The ship, the Sydney, left the docks very slowly, and I remember watching the lights of Naples gradually disappear. I could not keep the tears back. I felt pain in my heart, not knowing if I would ever see my beloved Italy again. I was 15 years old. We arrived in Melbourne just before Christmas. The port was full of people waiting for their loved ones. My heart was still crying out for Italy. I had chosen Australia as my new country. It was a daunting thought. In February 1965, I began working as a house painter in Melbourne. I vividly remember my first pie packet. My work gave me the opportunity to mix with native Australians. Being young, the language barrier was easier to overcome. On my 18th birthday, the Vietnam War and conscription ballot arrived. I had a hard and vital decision to make. In the end, I decided that if I wanted to live in Australia, then I had no choice but to register for the ballot. The ballot for the month of February missed my birth date. The following years were great years, working, travelling in this magnificent country and buying a house just after my 21st birthday. In 1975, I ran into a friend whom I had not seen for quite a while. He invited me to Ballarat, a city 100 kilometres northwest of Melbourne. Being a provincial boy, I could not refuse the offer. That year, I moved to Ballarat and became a partner in a restaurant with my friend Carmine. 1978, I married Gerda, an Austrian-born Australian. We have 2 sons, Leon and Lawrence. I became a proud Australian citizen in 1980 and have never regretted my decision to move to Ballarat, the centre of the Australian gold rush of the 1850s. It is a city full of history. One of the more prominent arrivals was the Italian Raffaello Carboni. Carboni participated in the rebellion against the government. He wrote a book that is now a classic. Carboni has his own place in Australian history, alongside pioneers and prime ministers. In 1996, I became president of the Ballarat Italian Association. In 1998, I was also invited to join the Eureka Stockade Memorial Association and become the treasurer. My involvement with these associations makes me acutely aware of my heritage, the positive contribution of Italians to Australia, and my role in representing both cultures. That role is one that my family and I take great pride in fulfilling.